Koroua that brought me up, say the bush to his generation, it was the pharmacist, the chemist, it was the pātaka kai, it was the place of healing, the place for clothes, kākahu, the place for building, that was the ngahere for them. And so it had spiritual connections for them, and not only for the wairio but for the tinana too. But when it came to me, and that's for the people that lived in the bush, so Tūhoi, those other iwi and Ngāti Parau and those other iwi up north in the bush, that was their thing. The bush was their life. They were the bush and the bush was them. But of course when I was young, the old man and the old lady came out of the bush, and so that bush culture hasn't been part of my upbringing. So that connection to the bush is not as strong as theirs. And but I still believe that spiritually there is a connection, because as a young child, when I was here, brought up in Horowhenua, living here, there is a bush section just by the Cossack Club, where the Cossack Club is now, and the railway station is. There's a bush section that runs down there. And when I was young, because we're sort of up the top end of the road, I used to go to school. One of the joyous things that I can remember as a young child going to school was running through this bit of section of bush. And as I ran through, I said jump up and just hit the branches and touch the leaves. And I suppose that was just my that wairua connection to being in that little bit of ngahere, because all those trees are all native trees running through there. And that it's cleaner now. It's still there, some of those trees, but it's quite clear. You can see. But when I was young, it was quite overgrown, and so it was, really looked like a bush. So in that little bit of bush, it sort of gave me kind of a real, I enjoyed as a young child just running through that bush. So I can understand that the bush is great for one's well-being. And if there was no bush, I think we would be less well because of it.